Ever Earth, a vast world made up of 7 kingdoms. I won't bore you with every little detail, you've seen a D&D show before. Orcs, sea monsters, swords, shields, magic, you name it. If you've heard of it, and maybe if you've imagined it, you'll find it here somewhere. The characters in this campaign were brought together as members of a huge unaffiliated guild that exists all over Ever Earth, known as the Jack's Guild. Members of the guild are multi-skilled agents who are hired to take on a variety of jobs, from combat-based epic adventures, investigations of all sorts, and even helping old grandpas sweep their porches. The group we are following are already established Jack's Guild members who have completed a variety of quests, earning renown, gold, and treasures along the way. They have laughed, cheered, and cried. They have won, lost, and died so far on their journey. The party met in Stone Town at the centre of the Kingdom of Vale. After taking on all manner of quests from the guildmaster here, Esmeralda, a hero from tales past, the party have fought and saved the town from the dead king. They've uncovered a sinister dragon cult. They've travelled underground to face off against ancient drow houses, returned the long-lost memories of legendary hero Beowulf, survived the Feywilds, conquered a subterranean kobold tower, and even helped old Millicent deliver her letter. Notably, along their journey, the party faced off in a dangerous encounter with a devious black dragon named Rythnax, which left the party broken. Several party members were killed and the rest barely escaped with their lives. However, when we last played with this group some time ago, they had left the Kingdom of Vale and travelled west to the desert kingdom of Sholazan. Under the guidance of this area's Jack's Guildmaster Oro, the group took on a number of quests. First, they entered the fighting pits in the flamboyant city of Jin, facing off against many bizarre creatures and making away with several prizes. The group were informed by their party member Min that she had been tasked by Rythnax to travel to the ruins of Razalith nearby and find the Dragon Slayer Greatsword. After an arduous journey, sneaking past the great blue dragon Raziel Jr. and escaping with the artifact, the party journeyed away from Sholazan and back to Vale, which is where our adventure continues, in Stone Town, at the guild tavern that we call the Oracle's Rest. No, there's no room for rolls, since we're going to just be having this conversation already. We're live. I don't know.
Oh gosh, overlaid.
Welcome to the stream, everyone. Here we are. There is only a few players in this particular show. Oracle's Rest. This is the game that we play offline, usually, and have done for a couple of years on and off. We haven't actually played a session in so long that I don't think any of us, including me, remember what was going on. But we're back, and this time we're live for no reason for 3 weeks. We're doing 3 sessions of this live. Some people here have functioning microphones and cameras, others don't. Some people have really bad Snapcam filters, and some people have incredible makeup. Some DMs came prepared with a session, and some didn't. I usually run these shows, or these sessions, offline, and I show up about 10 minutes before and have a look at the Adventurers League and pull something at random. But today I put my absolute best into this for you all, I assure you, and I absolutely will not be making it up as I go along. Let's begin. So, all of you who were in the last session...
Hold on, my Roll20 is not opening.
Alright, I don't need you yet.
Okay.
You're not in this scene.
This is like being in a classroom with the kids. Like,
Yeah, this is what it would have been like if we were all in school together.
You see the teacher visibly age, like within seconds.
I dropped my pistol on the floor. I'm sorry.
Silence in the back. So those of you that were in the session last time we played, and it was literally about a year ago, are not in this scene. However, there are 2 new characters, 1 new player. Because you don't have to black out. Come back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
What is this, a Tablestory show?
Yeah, no.
Just try harding. Okay.
Well,
No,
you're the
but
one that
so-
told me how long ago you were like, we should do Oracle's Rest as a show, but keep it trash.
Yeah, I didn't use the word trash, but
You did it.
You said it should still be
Yeah.
a
Those
are your
shitty-
exact words.
it should still be
It
the
should be
absolute dog shit that you
casual.
normally run.
I think that's my exact words.
This is almost
exactly what
everyone
I
in
said.
this campaign. We did have some other players that have been in and out over the years, but this is almost everyone except for Dave, who there's no way we're getting Dave on a table story show.
Sad.
So we'll sub in Dave the Bard instead of Abe the fighter. I sort of thought there weren't enough people, so I asked Stella Luna to come along and be a special guest star for this, because I don't know, I feel like, you know, I needed to sort of make up the numbers here. There is
Wasn't enough.
yeah. So
one's
Stella has
RP
joined
overlay.
us. Stella has never played Oracle's Rest with us before.
Stella's never played D&D before.
Yeah, I
I
DM'd
never
her,
will
so much
again
fucking fun.
after today.
DM'd her at midnight last night and told her to make a character, so she did. Also,
I was told to like not take this seriously, and I was like, got it. It'll be really fucking funny if I show up in like full
in
costume.
full dress. And we also have a new player character. Orcish has a new character. And it's these two characters that we see traveling along the road here. There is a pretty distinctly large cobblestone road that runs from Stonetown to Oregard, and the two characters who were not with you on your last adventure are trudging up that road and coming to the town where all of you started this campaign all that time ago. Mordrin
Stonetown.
and Saga. Mordrin, not to be confused with all of my villains in Kira, is a different character. And Saga, not the one from Alan Wake 2. Greg, calm down.
That's why I turned off my camera. Actually,
He's having a panic attack.
so sorry.
You two specifically have
Alan
traveled
Wake.
northwards from the Obsidian Isles, which is, for those of you who just little refreshers. By the way, people who are watching this at home, I'm not going to be like trying to catch you up or fill you in on anything. I tried to do that in the intro sting. Go back and watch that if you're watching VODs and things, because there's way too much has happened. There's no way I will be able to like contextually fill you in on all this stuff. There's a little thing at the bottom of the screen that's going through all of the characters and who they are and who's playing them, and that is all of the context I think I can give you. But I will give you guys, because we haven't played in a little while, a little bit of context as well. The Obsidian Isles are towards the south. They're essentially just a rip-off of the Greyjoy Islands from, what was that called in the Iron Islands?
Harry Potter,
In Harry Potter.
I think.
The 3 islands here are ruled over by triplets who are at war with one another because each of them wants to be king, but they don't know who was born first. So you two have traveled up from there, moved up through Vale, which is the sort of predominant ruling kingdom here, and come to Stonetown. It would have taken you some time, but you know, we can leave it ambiguous. You eventually get to the gates of Stonetown. It is a very quaint place, sort of nestled in the heart of this very verdant kingdom that they call Vale. It is a far cry from these sort of salty, briny rocks of the Isles. The sun is sitting in the midday sky, or sort of mid-afternoon sky. And as you approach, you can make out a few things in this town. I think you'd recognize that there is an ancient sword embedded in a stone at the center of the town square. It has been unmoved for generations. And it kind of just looks like a pretty typical sort of like classic medieval fantasy town. This is a village which is a hub for adventurers and travelers that come through here. There is a tavern that you would know about, this, which would probably be your destination that you would have been sent to the guild tavern here is known as the Oracle's Rest, which is a kind of a bizarre guild tavern. This thing is built partly from an ancient looking ship, and then the rest of it has kind of been built into an actual building that just sits on the edge of one of the parts of this central town square here. It's massively out of place in this like landlocked village right in the dead center of the Pangaea that makes up the world. Everything else here is kind of just like stone cottages, cobblestone streets. It's not an enormous bustling place exactly, but there's a decent amount of people here. And it's surrounded on one side by meadows, another side by forests, another side by some sort of hilly, mountainous terrain that kind of goes up and a bit further away into the west. And the town kind of gives an air of...
boat?
The boat. Well, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. You're on the road.
Fuck. Okay. Right.
There's an air of sort of serenity.
Love the
to
energy.
this place and quiet anticipation of seduction for inanimate objects, no doubt.
I'm a visual learner.
But you approached
Thank you.
the watchman at the gate.
I got you.
Two guys in sort of rundown looking basic leather armor with a spear and a little buckler on one arm. One of them looks up at you. I guess the two of you can roll me medicine checks to start us off here.
Ooh. Okay. 4.
4
11.
and 11. Mordrin, it's kind of hard to tell. I think both of these guys, one is a human, kind of a thin-looking human. The other one is a grung, which is kind of a frog person. They're actually the sort of predominant ruling class here in Vale. The man who looks at you, the human man, looks a little sickly to you. He says, "Halt! What brings you to Stone Town?"
I step forward, almost purposefully. Hi there. We're looking for a drink. Perhaps we've heard of a place, Oracle's Rest. You know the place? It's like shaped like a boat.
Yeah, I live here. I've heard of the place. Are you guild members then?
Yeah.
I will silently hold up my jackstone.
Yeah, good shout. You will have, as members of the Jacks Guild, a little stone or a little object that they call a Jack's Stone. When you were brought into the guild or when you signed up, they take a drop of your blood, they imbue it into an item, usually like something the size of a marble, and that becomes your Jack's Stone, which is kind of a it's a Deus Ex Machina machine for me, more than anything. What does yours look like, Mordrin?
It's pretty small and thin, made of onyx. It's been polished, and so a little bit of light glints off of it.
Okay. The guy glances at it. Give me an insight check, Mordrin. I guess while you do that, do you pull out a Jack's Stone as well, Saga?
18.
Yeah, I do.
What is it? What does it look like?
What's the rating of this stream?
I'll be surprised if Whack lets us keep the VOD. I'll be honest.
It's a flexible
Stop! Stop!
If you guys go to Bad Dragon,
It's a bad dragon.
Is it pink and wireless?
As long as we're accommodating the visual learners.
I
please.
cannot
I'm sorry.
describe
I'm
how
sorry, I
thrilled
interrupted.
I
Please,
am.
what does it look
What
like?
a joy.
I'm waiting for Cord to say I'm a visual learner.
Figurine. We'll leave it at that.
As long as we have accommodations for those of us who need it. What was the figurine price?
It's got like
It was a ribbed worm.
suckers on it.
Welcome to
Oh.
Oracle.
Is it a tentacle?
Yes, that's exactly
a
what it is. It's just a tentacle.
Just a tentacle.
Sounds like a
Nothing
tentacle.
more.
Boring.
Okay.
It's
it's a
Vibrating
tentacle.
with energy.
Cool.
All right, yeah, you can tell, Mordrin, that this guy has no idea what he's looking at, but he sort of shrugs.
This is on the front page, by the way.
Sniffles a little bit,
Hell yeah.
and he says,
Actually is.
"Okay."
I'm sorry, what? Is it actually? Like, it's really important for me to know
Writing down then,
personally.
please.
We are on backfill. I just want to let you know. So
Surprise!
Okay, cool.
Even
We're
if
like
it is
R&D
on
refresh.
front page, at this
got it.
point,
Don't change
we'll
a thing,
take-
that's all right.
We'll take
It doesn't
a Bad
matter though.
Dragon
It doesn't
sponsor.
matter.
Yeah, it's all
As
good.
long as you have the mature rating on, you're fine.
Said Brad Dragon.
Brad
Mature
Dragon.
rating takes you off back.
That's what we said.
Yeah.
It's ironic. You'll get there. The two of you, he kind of he just kind of ushers you both past as he walks past. The grung, the kind of frog guard, as you walk past, sneezes. I need the two of you to either make dexterity saving throws or constitution saving throws. It's a dexterity saving throw if you try and avoid getting sneezed on. Otherwise, a
Oh.
con save.
14 dex.
I got a 9.
Okay, Mordrin, that's a fail, so you can make me a con save.
Shucks.
A 14.
A 14. I'm going to randomly set the DC here. Okay, you had to beat a 7, which you did. You are not diseased. Yeah, you pass through and head into the town proper and into Stone Town. Are you heading straight towards the tavern?
Yes.
Yes, the Guild Tavern. It's a Guild Tavern. You guys were tasked with coming here by Guildmaster Blackburn, who is a giant leonin man, which is like a giant lion, basically. Kind of looks like one of these kind of things.
Leonin,
And
like that.
he is
My new best friend.
Sorry, he looks like what?
he's a lion. He's a giant lion.
Uh-oh,
man.
we're gonna have trouble.
Yeah, you got to go all the way to the Obsidian Isles to sort of sign up with
Oh,
this guild
I'll
master.
go anywhere.
And he sent you up here to take on a task with a situation with there being some sort of building problem. The people in town are getting sick, and the usual group of people who work out of Stone Town and the usual guild members that can be found there were off out somewhere in the desert doing some other stuff. So you guys were picked up and told to go and see if you could look into this potential plague or this sickness or something, whatever is going on with the illness that seems to be spreading through Stone Town. You come to the Oracle's Rest. As you pass through town, there's, mostly just sort of people going about their business. No, like, madness happening exactly. But you can make me perception checks. A car drives past. Perception checks if you'd like.
Seven.
22.
Yeah, Mordrin, as you guys are moving through the town, Saga, I don't know what you're looking for. Maybe you're trying to chat up a building, but
It's that boat.
maybe Saga spots as you come
I'm
into
investigating the boat.
the town square. There's just a giant, ancient-looking ship. I mean, it's half of a ship, half building at this point, where they've built up and around this ship. And while you're kind of awestruck by this building, there's a little bit of a marketplace in the town square here. There is one guy that seems to be kind of kicking up a bit of a fuss. You can see there are 2 town guard next to this guy, and he's standing beside one of the a very empty looking market stall. There's quite a few people sort of gathered about, and you can hear him shouting, "Thief! He's a bloody thief, I tell ya!" And he's pointing at what looks to be like a really, really young looking kid, like 7, 8 years old, something like that. Kind of looks a little afraid. The guards, he's kind of standing behind the guards. The guards are like, "All right, calm down, calm down." But beyond that, there doesn't seem to be anything like insane going on in town. Nothing of particular note, and nobody of like major note here. You come to the doorway of the Oracle's Rest. Again, an enormous ship. Would you like to seduce the building? Is that what you're going to attempt to do here? Do I need to?
Yes, I am abandoning my companion to try to learn as much as I can intimately and riskily the building.
Okay. I mean, I guess.
I watch her.
Yeah. What are you doing to the building?
Touching it
Touching
with my
Bring detail,
hands.
All right.
Might give it just a little lick, just a little one.
Yeah. Okay. I guess. Make me a
I approve.
charisma check.
Are you trying to get sick?
Hope
I'll allow it.
20 here. Oh shit!
The building responds to your desires. You can tell.
It's that
You
full
can
mass.
tell that this building is into you. It's that same thing, you know when you can see someone looking back at you from across the room and you're like, yeah, I think they're into me or whatever. You get that vibe from this building.
He's putting out the.
I'm just leaning
Shudder
up against
just
the building
a
and
little
just, like,
bit.
caressing it and whispering to it, and that's what I'm going to do for the next 30 minutes.
30 minutes, okay. What does
Takes
Mordrin
time.
do for 30 full fucking minutes while she's dry humping the outside of the building?
I would watch her for maybe the first 5 minutes.
Okay.
Takes it.
That's all it needs.
5 minutes is a
I
long
get-
time to watch someone.
Yeah,
Just in shock.
this is not the
Must
first
be
time
elvish.
I've seen this kind of behavior from her. So
What? Oh.
I get bored after 5 minutes and I start watching the conflict in the street.
Yeah, over this period of time, the issue seems to be that this guy thinks that this little kid has stolen his cheese. He seems to be a cheese salesman, and this little kid has stolen his cheese. The kid insists that he didn't. The guy says that him and his little friends are always stealing cheese. You can make me an insight check if you want to determine, while you're watching this little kid, how you feel about the situation.
Oh,
The guards kind of usher the kid away at one point, and you see the kid dragging his feet and moving away. A 20 on the inside. You get the sense, honestly, that this little kid is a piece of shit. But you also get the sense that he was telling the truth and that he didn't steal anything from this guy. Even though the guards sort of usher this kid away and tell him to scram and get out of here, the guy is saying, I want compensation for the stolen items. And the guards are saying, well, you've got no proof that he stole any of this stuff. You're just saying that he did it. So you get the sense this kid is a bit of a scamp, but you also get the sense that he probably didn't steal this cheese. The guy starts packing up his wares. He doesn't seem to have anything left to sell for the day. He's the only guy in town with an empty market stall. Yeah, I think that sort of wraps itself up after about 30 minutes. And then saga stops. Or
yeah, I'm
Well,
so glad
I
you
don't-
chose me and Stella to kick off your campaign. My guy just watches this all happen, and then maybe he wanders over to the sword in the stone.
Yeah. Yeah, you can head over to the Sword and Stone. It is literally the Sword in the Stone from classic Fables. Does your character know about the history of these swords and stones and things?
Nope.
Do I remember the history of the swords and stones? Let's see here. There is you don't know anything about it? I guess it makes sense. You wouldn't know anything about it.
No, my
There's a
character knows
rumor
nothing about it.
about this sword.
Yeah, but that's why I'm asking him specifically.
Okay.
Because
I'll shut the fuck up then. Sorry.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah.
Look at me. Do I look like I know anything?
Yeah, I feel like if anyone doesn't really. Okay. Yeah, there's a sword that is encased in part in stone. The tip is in the stone. There's the hilt and a few inches of the blade poking up out of just what there is like a cobblestone marketplace, a square. The cobblestone here is pretty flat and well laid, but the stone itself is a sort of natural thing that's breaking up out of the ground as if they built this town around it. A nice looking pommel and crossguard and things. This is a very well made and sort of beautiful looking mastercrafted sword. Doesn't seem to have taken any weathering from being outside. Doesn't seem to have any rust on the blade or anything like that. Just this sort of beautiful stone, a beautiful sword sticking out of the stone here.
Okay, I successfully pull it out of the stone.
You may try. Give me an athletics check.
No, I don't actually.
Okay.
No, thank you.
All right. Yeah, you take a look at it. What is Saga doing after the 30 minutes are up?
My seduction has led me inside the building.
Okay.
Oh God.
Yeah, this is.
I'm healing up the building from inside now.
Sure.
Okay.
You head into the building, which is just a building, and you. Yeah, I mean, Mordrin, do you follow? You going in as well?
Yeah.
It's a pretty standard looking tavern interior inside. There isn't any sort of like it doesn't have like a theme. You might expect maybe sort of a nautical theme or something like that going on when you step inside, but actually it's really just a kind of a mishmash. It looks like what would look to anybody that's been to a sort of a rural pub in England, sort of situation in that there are rugs and there are varying ornaments on shelves, kind of haphazardly hung tapestries. There are some weapons that are on the walls, but they don't look particularly great. Quite a few of them are rusted, unlike the sword that's actually sat outside. And it's not necessarily an ugly thing, but it looks like a well-worn in tavern, or a well-worn inn. The ground floor here is a pretty open plan thing with a large hearth on one side. A huge bar sits on the sort of north side of the building, and behind the bar is a frog, not a grung, like a giant frog man, with a top hat, a monocle, and he's sitting sort of. He does have clothing on, but he has like a classic-looking sort of bizarrely shaped tunic with an apron, and he's using the bottom of this kind of greasy-looking apron to clean one of the tankards that he's got. There are a few customers, a sort of spattering of people in here. Mostly seem to be town folk rather than the classic look of an adventurer or a guild member. Normally, one of these guild taverns, while they will have guild members in, they are often just serving as a normal tavern as well. It's not exclusively for a guild. So when you step in, you kind of just see townsfolk in here. There's a single grung woman moving around serving varying people at the tables. You see her bring over drinks to one of the town folk, sitting playing a lute on the opposite end to where the bar is a relatively short man with kind of curly brown hair. Yeah, kind of. He's a little short. He looks a bit like, I don't know, what's that guy called that plays Tyrion Lannister? He looks like that,
dear.
but if you sort of...
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, he looks a bit like Peter Dinklage, but maybe a little taller. He's not that much taller, but a little taller. Curly brown hair, you know, soft features, you know, not ugly, but not the most attractive looking guy you've ever seen in your entire life, but lovable and affable. You get the sense that he's a really nice guy. It's day by day.
I'll
It's
go up to
literally just
him.
day by day. There is a board in here as well, so you get this. There's a quest board that you normally pull Jack's guild quests from in here, yeah, you guys step in. A few empty tables, a few taken tables. The bard sort of plucking a lute in the corner.
And what were our instructions?
Your instructions are to come here and look into the sickness that's going on in town. Really, that was it. That's your instructions. You would expect there to be a quest on the board, or maybe, if not, find another guild member, or maybe a ranking guild member, or the guild master here, who was explained to you is a human woman by the name of Esmeralda.
Yeah, so finished my investigation of the building. Great building. Love its energy. Where do you want to head to first?
We should try and find Esmeralda.
Okay. Do you have any idea what she looks like?
No.
Okay.
She's a human.
Human. All right. I'll flag down the waitress and hey, love your dress. Do you know where we can find Esmeralda?
She stops. She's kind of a grung woman, quite tall, very long legs. One of her sort of lower lip curls a moment, sort of suddenly recognizing that there are other people here to serve, and she turns and says, "Hello. Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say? Who are you after?"
Esmeralda?
Esmeralda. I think she just left. Did she just leave, Marsh? What did Marsh sound like? Who remembers?
Was it a grumbly sort of like
I think it was grumbly, like a gravelly frog.
Yeah.
London.
Like you're smoking.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah.
I think you did break talk.
like a
I think it was
like
break
a-
talk.
Like a dragon in like
your
a frog body.
smoking
You know?
pigeon voice.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what he's smoking now? He pulls out just a Marlboro Light, just straight up. Pulls one out of a pack, and says, "No, I don't know where she is."
That's it.
There it
That was
is.
the voice.
The barmaid says, I think she was in here this morning. She might still be in town, but you know what it's like with these guild types. They're in and out all over the place.
Okay.
Are you sick?
You said this to the woman.
Yeah.
She says, "Nah, but like everyone is basically."
Where did it start?
Let's see if she knows. She says, I think, to be honest with ya, it probably started in this town, but a lot of people come through, so like, you know, it could have started anywhere basically. Anyone could have come from somewhere else and like brought it to the town.
I look at Saga. Should find Esmeralda.
That wasn't very helpful, but thank you so much. We will be on our way and try to find Esmeralda on our own.
Yeah, you're welcome. Did you want a drink or something?
What you got?
We've got loads of stuff. Mead, ale, some mead.
I could do with some mead. How about you?
If you wish.
Yeah. I'll sit down at a table. Bring us the mead.
Alright, I'll get you 2 mead. She runs off over to the bar. You see she kind of delivers the order to the frog that's behind the bar. He starts to pull 2 tankards of mead. It is at this point that absolutely everyone else bundles in here. The rest of this group. The last time we left all of you, you were in Sholazan, the Desert Kingdom, to the west, and you had been to Jin. You went to see Guildmaster Oro. He gave you a few different tasks, but you were predominantly there because Min had a task from Rythnax the Black, the dragon that absolutely ages ago you guys had a big fight with. At the end of that fight, a few of you were dead, but the rest of you kind of ran off and escaped. You were there to retrieve an egg for a white dragon that is living in this town, who is underground and is in a kind of comfortable prison in Stone Town. I believe you rescued the egg.
We were in the dungeon. The last fight was in that big hallway. But did we get the egg?
Yes, I did, I believe.
No.
Okay.
I'm talking about when you had the fight with Rythnax, the black dragon, all that time ago.
All the ages ago.
Yeah, you went
Okay.
there to get a white dragon egg from someone.
Yes.
Do you remember there was a woman in this town?
I do remember. Yes.
Who was called...
In a tiny prison.
She was in a tiny
pyramid
prison
behind
It
the
was a little
bakery,
tiny
right?
pyramid in,
Yep.
called Enith.
Yeah, a little pyramid, yeah.
And
Yep.
she had loads of eggs, and someone stole one of her eggs. You went over there, but it seemed that Rythnax had tasked someone to get that egg. You went and got the egg back. A bunch of you died. You got out. You returned the egg.
Yep.
And
Remember that.
in that time, Min was given a task by Rythnax. He conducted a very brief ritual with Min to bond her to him. He gave her a silver coin with a dragon on it and tasked her to go to the ruins of Razalith to find the Dragon Slayer Greatsword. That's what you did last.
That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what we were doing last time. Yep.
You guys went to Jin, you did a bunch of stuff there, and then you went into the desert. You went to the ruins. You completed that dungeon. You did that whole dungeon. At the end of that dungeon, you snuck past Raziel Jr., you got the Dragon Slayer Greatsword, which you currently have in your possession. I can't remember who has it. It might be Abe, which is hilarious.
I think it's Abe.
Yeah.
Because Abe's got like
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
Masterworks swords. But you do, within the group, you do have the item. So the next part of that quest wasn't to turn it in Jin. It's actually to go back to Rythnax. So I've taken a little liberty here in that you've traveled back from the ruins to Stone Town to go to Rythnax's lair, or at least, your plan was at the end of that to go back. So you came all the way along here, and this is Stone Town's kind of on the way, really.
It's a little stop and gas up before.
Yeah,
gonna head
you're
out.
still
Yeah.
in that
Okay.
quest. You guys on your Jackstones, when you take quests, they come up on the Jackstone. You can take multiple quests. It is an MMO. You have a bunch of different quests on your HUD, apart from Umlaut, who doesn't have a HUD. And he doesn't have one.
Canonically.
But the quest that you have is to bring this sword to Rythnax. The quest giver was Min. Even though Min didn't manually do this, it kind of magically appeared on the quest board. There are times where these quests will appear in a bizarre way. But since you guys have done this whole travel, you've come back. During that travel, I'm assuming Beowulf decided to pop on back to his mountain.
Beowulf would have said his goodbyes and then gone to check on his people.
Yeah. Which makes
Who
a
he
lot more
hasn't seen
sense.
in
fast.
a long time.
Yeah.
Ken gave Beowulf a hug and called him brother as he left.
Can we cut to that scene where Beowulf says goodbye to everybody? Mainly for Par's benefit.
Just real fast, just super
Yeah,
fast.
just
Just super fast. You stay in your. Oh, there we go.
There he is.
Here we go. There's our
Beowulf
boy.
has fucking hair for some reason.
Oh, it looks really good.
This has a skullet.
Skullet.
Yeah, I have grown a skullet, as it is my strength and duty to do so as the most powerful Goliath in all the lands, but I must venture north to check on my people. So, I must say goodbye, little one. And I pat Par on the head. I will see you again someday.
Pat your calf, because I think that's how tall you are versus me.
I'm 10 feet tall, that is correct.
Yep. I pat your calf. Good luck. Stay strong. And then I pat your calf a little harder, like I'm telling your calves to be strong.
My calf flexes reflexively.
Wait.
Veins
Do you
bulging
still?
out of it.
Do you still have the little anklet biter?
I do still
was a
have the
creature.
little ankle biter creature.
I'm not going to be patting the lizard creature that has attached himself to his ankle.
Symbiotic.
But I will give you some food before you leave that I cooked.
I eat it immediately. I eat it all, even though it's enough for a journey.
Knew that was going to happen.
This was
That's okay.
delicious. Thank
Good,
you,
I'm
little
glad
one.
you liked it. Mm-hmm. Good luck
I
on your
told
travels.
you,
Par. He didn't die after all. I told you, he didn't die after all.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it is a valid concern, considering there has been so much death on all of the journeys. So, but I'm glad no one died. Right?
This time.
Okay, wow. Just let that live in my mind.
Smack Kin probably too hard on the back, but it's supposed to be jovial. So long, friend. Brother.
So this at this point, I turn around and I give you a hug, which is I'm 6 feet tall, so it's sort of chest height, you know, like my head's on your
Nipple
chest.
height.
But it is an awkward hug because I'm not used to my new left arm, and I'm like, goodbye, brother.
Goodbye, brother. May you protect this party. You have
My
many
honor.
adventures to go on. And if you see Rythnax, cut him in twain for me.
All right, see you go, buddy. See ya. Thanks for being here. This was wonderful having you.
Yep.
That's right. Ned also,
Yeah,
for some
no big
reason,
deal. My
lives.
life is on the line.
Ned was with you because Myth has a different character for each biome of the DLC.
About the DLC.
So
In case
Ned,
you all weren't confused enough.
if you weren't confused enough,
Mhm.
so this is what happens.
I changed
to
my
Ned.
name in and out of game.
He just gets fucking whipped away because Ned will come back. I mean Beowulf as well. Every
so
now
is
and
Ned's
then.
goodbye as well?
Yep.
Okay.
But
I love it.
Ned gets whipped.
Yeah, he
off.
loves giants now. Ever since his view was questioned by Beowulf, so he's like, you know what? I'm gonna escort him to the mountain. How about that?
That's right.
I'll make sure he gets there safe.
Hop
We're
onto
friends
my
now.
shoulder, little one.
No, I will never do that. I can walk by myself. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess Ned
With
goes
height
with you.
advantage, you
that
can
makes
you can
sense.
roll.
Try to keep up. Try to keep up. I'm already left. I'm already
He's
leaving.
already left.
Goodbye.
And then we return back to the present as we see the group bundle in to the Oracle's Rest, which is, predominantly your base of operations. You You have unlocked fast travel between Oracle's Rest and whatever the fuck the other one is called.
Jin?
Yeah, Jin, but there's a name. It's a synonym
there
of
was a name for
Oracle's
the,
Rest, and I'll remember what it is in a minute. I'll look through my
Something
notes.
roost, I think, right?
Yeah, they're all just the same name, but yeah,
Alt reality.
you can fast travel between them at the cost of gold. However, it's up to you whether you did or didn't. I don't know if you fast traveled or if you would have walked to save the gold cost, which I guess is the first question for you as a group for today.
I'm saving up for a flying broom, so I would have walked. Oh no, because this is a time-sensitive quest, isn't it, Min? Your life is actually on the line.
My life is actually on the line.
Yep. We
probably
spend the
teleported.
gold. Spend the gold. We teleported.
I have no gold. I gave it to one of you, and I cannot remember who I gave it to.
I gave you mine.
Oh.
Yes, I know, and I gave it on.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Wait, no, I was holding Pie's money, but I gave it to him. I don't know who you gave your money to. I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
A table full of role players and no one was keeping count of money. I love it.
I'll need a loan.
We have but I have seen that the gold is in there.
Yeah, someone has their gold.
I've got gold.
It's Meyer's turn. Meyer has it all.
Meyer won't say a word.
He's just smiling.
Meow.
You little shit.
Somehow he has it.
I have plenty of gold.
We all
I
each
can
have
for this.
enough to. Well, I mean, we each have enough to probably cover ourselves, right? What is it, Brad?
Yeah,
What
you
is
never
it?
said how much it was, so we don't know.
Yeah.
How much
It is. It's per
too.
person, so it is 50 gold
that
per
was a
person.
good GM answer. Okay.
Alright.
50 gold per, for you to teleport yourself. So per person.
Paid.
You paid all of
Alright.
that.
Also paid.
Okay. Everyone's paid.
Yes,
It sounds like 3 of you
Yep.
teleported and the rest walked.
Indeed. I'm done teleporting also.
So,
I'm currently a tree at the tavern.
Yeah, you don't need to do it. No. You can
Myth
knock it
found
down.
the secret to avoiding it, just created a new fucking
Yes, make another character. Fuck spending the gold.
That's right. Just make a new character. Let me log out to the main screen.
is everybody
Okay.
teleporting, or is anybody walking?
But he's also splitting his XP.
That's true. Yeah.
Fair point.
I've teleported. I've paid the cost.
Tuesday,
Okay.
can
I
you
have
mute
as
your
well.
mic in the video thing? Your
In the
echo,
video.
you're doubling. Yeah.
Ooh.
On stream. Sorry, I put a message in, but I realized you probably won't see it, so I'll
Is
just
it?
call it out real quick.
Oh.
Okay, we better?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
I don't
Thanks.
know. We'll find out.
Okay, so Ken watches everybody slowly disappear as they spend 50 gold, and I think he's holding his hand up and he's going, "Can I? Oh,
Mind
could
if
you
I
spot?
borrow?
Oh,
I will stand
for
next to you.
anyone.
And I will stand next to Ken and be like, I do not have any gold either. They told me they were going to hold it, and then they teleported. So I guess we're walking.
They're like this. I've noticed they're like this.
Oh, that is not good. Cannot trust the company we keep. So
No, you can trust them. It's just sometimes there's just so much going on. But we can walk. It's fine.
At your
it's not too
feet,
far.
you hear, well, perhaps you hear a jingle, but otherwise, there is a small tabaxi. It looks like an Alfiq from the Elder Scrolls, little chibi cat creature. One leg in the sky, licking his leg down to his crotch. By the side of him, he has a big jingly bag. He looks up, confused, hearing the pew 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 noises, and you talking.
Don't worry, buddy. I got this.
I
Is
will,
it always
I will
that small?
pay. I will pay for. I'm sorry, I don't remember your character's name, Frank.
it's fine. I do not remember it either. Just call me
Amari.
Guy. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's Amari, I think. Yeah.
Amari. Okay.
Anari. Anari.
Yeah, Amari. It says Amari.
Anari. It's for the inn.
It's
Anari.
definitely with an M.
It says Amari in Roll20, Frank.
It's Anari.
Those are two N's.
Okay.
100% it was
joking.
was an
It's
M.
a joke. It's a joke. I was trying to make friendly talk. It's Amari.
Don't worry, guys. I got you.
Oh, thank you.
I know it physically hurts. It physically hurts our feline friend here if he has to, pay anything. So I just figured I'd cover for the both of them. I assume you have yourself there.
At the sound of generosity, I grab my coin purse and I grab 50 gold and shove it into my jackstone and disappear. And now I'm home.
Here you go, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. How do you do this? And I just smack the coins to the gem, the jackstone.
Oh, you got to. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah.
I do the same thing to my chest and it happens.
Yeah. Okay, so did anyone not pay before I end up doing this whole thing? And then at the end of the episode, Kayak is like, I'm still in gin.
I made it, guys.
Or are you all paid? Everyone. Did anyone not pay? Show of hands. Okay, great.
That's a good. I like that method.
Yeah, you all just end up teleporting all the way over from
Just
Jin.
12 people all of a sudden hopping into
Just
the tavern.
yeah, you appear. I think you probably appeared just outside the tavern, so as not to completely decimate the, just landing on tables and stuff like that.
Right.
There is air traffic control. It knows.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we
The
land
guild
one at
masters
a
have a
time.
little micromanagement thing that is calculating. It's a supercomputer that's calculating things. The doors swing open and you guys all walk in. Umlaut is already there. Every now and then Umlaut just becomes a full tree. Is that right?
Yeah, he was like rooted outside the tavern for a while.
Yeah.
Umlaut. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, it's been a while.
Leslie. How have you all been?
I clamber
Wait,
into
hold
his
on.
branches and disappear.
Okay.
Didn't Umlaut and Kip have like a little romantic tension in the beginning? Am I misremembering that?
There's no way. There is
Amari.
absolutely no way that Umlaut,
Amari's dad.
maybe.
Yeah.
Umlaut and Amari's dad went on a little vacation.
Because I'm a fae, remember? Weren't
Yeah,
there like
and the flute.
I mean, they might.
the flute? I like
The song.
played him a song and stuff, and he was like,
I
he
think
made
Chad
like
got
a
the
flower
poll
grow
right.
for me. What do you mean?
Chat did get the poll right.
I don't remember this at all.
Okay. Anyway, say hey,
It's all
Umlaut.
Nels has thought about for
That's
the
it.
last year.
I believe you, but I don't remember any.
I'm part 3? What? I did not know this. Now it explains why there's a book. I'm just kidding. I do not know anything about my father having a...
Message me, Kip. I've been waiting.
Okay. Well, we just got back from an interesting adventure. I'm sorry.
Not respond to that.
I guess they didn't have a thing then.
He's all wood.
She just doesn't care.
She just doesn't even know that
Doesn't
he was
even care.
talking to her, I think is what it is. He was
Wait,
talking
what?
to
What?
Mercs.
Oh, was he? I'm so sorry.
No,
There's
canon.
a lot going on. Sorry, what was that?
No, it's canon.
It's too late. You missed it.
You
It's
undid
a
that.
missed
Relationship
connection.
is over before
Okay,
it
well,
started.
to be fair, I look totally different than the last time you saw me, Umlaut.
Oh, that's
'cause
right.
I'm,
You're
like,
in your...
I'm in my summer
Alright,
form
you're in a
now.
new season. Oh.
I'm in a different season, and I'm all like, summery and flame and everything. Ha! That's the sound I make.
Alright, you're in hot girl summer.
I'm in Hot Girl Summer. It's Brat Summer over here. Hot Girl Brat Summer. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how you got away with this being the excuse that you ignored him, though.
You
did.
To get away with it.
No one was supposed to notice.
Well, I was gonna get away with it.
I'm glad you're all alive.
Yeah, me too. And I tell you what, it was really, really warm over there. And we saw these like lizard creatures. I don't know what they're called, but they were like, I don't know, like dogs, but so much bigger. I think I heard one.
Like that?
Try it again.
Yes. How did you do that?
I didn't do that.
I had recorded
Maybe
the
it's just
sound.
my memory. Oh, did you?
I'm just
How
replaying
did
it.
Oh, Kin, right. Kin can do that. So anyway, it was crazy. Wild stories. But another time, because I'm thirsty. Have you seen Esmeralda, my nemesis?
Me too. I did. What?
Have you seen Esmeralda, my nemesis?
No, I just came out of my dormant form.
Oh.
Hello.
Okay. How long were you asleep? Or
This
dormant?
entire time.
Oh. Wow.
Yep.
That must be nice.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
I've said more today than I have in the last 12 sessions that I think I've existed. So I guess that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm full of energy.
You know, sometimes I don't understand what you're saying, but I kind of get it.
He said he's full of energy. I give him a look.
Little one.
I glow more orange.
Anyway, I'm hungry. I'm gonna get something to eat and drink. And then I waddle.
Somebody pour
to the bar.
some beer on my feet.
All right.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. I got you. I'm thirsty. You want, is one beer enough?
I ruffle through my bag to see if I have any mead or beer or anything in there.
I've walked off to the bar to go.
I have a flask, which I believe is probably filled with some sort of alcohol.
You believe that?
Is it? Wait. Is it filled with the water from that fountain?
That killed.
Oh,
yeah,
you're
don't
right.
do that.
Oh, I'm
Don't
so
do that.
sorry.
Can you roll? No, wait. Can you roll to remember or not?
Please. If she kills
Most
right
If
now,
you
Oh
disintegrate umlaut.
No.
For those that wait, Brad, can
Yeah.
you explain what that water is? Because it's important.
It's
You remember.
you might remember it better than I do, but there
Okay,
was,
wait, it's
it
fine.
was-
Remember
it's a
it
trap
vividly.
from Tomb of Annihilation is what it is, where there is
Right.
there's a fountain that you can drink from, and one of the effects that can happen from this fountain, I think actually what it does is remove all the metal from your body, which Umlaut does have. He isn't actually a
No. There was a
This is a
statue that
different
removed
one.
the metal, but the water
Yeah.
granted
And that's what happened
you
to Kim.
some
the
boons.
water does.
on
Oh
a
yeah,
table.
the water does. The
Or
water does.
The
Yeah.
water does like it's a 1D.
That's
It's
right.
a D100, and you have a random chance of getting a permanent boon or a permanent debuff. But it's
Yep.
mostly a table full of boons, except for one thing where you just turn to ash and die immediately, which
Yeah, I just
definitely
killed
happened to one of the
killed you.
players.
That's right.
There was
one
the
of
one where you
them.
couldn't
Sounds
go in
great.
daylight either, I think.
Just fucking died instantly.
Yeah,
Ken can't drink, so he like bathed in the water and nothing happened. He was never so sad until someone died. He went, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well.
that's right. You were all like
That's
drinking it,
happy.
like, oh, I got 1d4 permanent hit points, yay!
Yeah,
and then someone died.
And then someone
Straight up.
I'll see if I can.
Oblivious
I'll
from
see if I
dying.
can find it before you end up using it, so
Yeah.
we can get the actual answer.
Well, I'm not going to use it. If everyone went, no, then I stop.
I'm
Yeah,
not there.
you're
I'm sorry.
uncorking it?
I was at the
It's
bar.
like-
I walked away from you. I went Kip, and then
Well,
I went to
Ken
get food.
started screaming and was
Yeah,
like,
Ken-
no.
Yeah.
Ken put his hands out and went, no!
Yeah.
That's the bad water.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Umlaut? I almost killed you.
What?
And then I walk to the bar to go get beer. I walk into the bar to go get beer. To go and water his roots.
Fucking can't.
But later.
I can't.
Yeah,
So
okay. Yeah, everyone can knock off, let's see, it would probably only be a little bit of money. Silver. Yeah, everyone knock off a silver and you can eat and drink to your general feel, depending on what you're doing here. Someone grabs a drink for Umlaut and pours it over his roots.
Yeah. I will do that.
And while, yeah, for people, I guess, watching, Umlaut is a tree, kind of, but also in when you look into the roots and the vines and the leaves of the tree, you do see metallic parts in there. There's more going on with Umlaut than just basic Grootism. And
armor
basic Grootism.
Yeah.
Groot's pretty basic. Because he's just a tree.
Damn. Yeah. Like that Groot. Hear that, Vin Diesel?
Yeah. It says one word. Yeah, I think you do your thing here. You were also, are you asking, you asked Umlaut if Umlaut had seen Esmeralda. Does Umlaut know who Esmeralda is? I don't really know how Umlaut's brain works. So yeah, I don't feel like.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think he does, because he does because he did meet Esmeralda.
You do know
So
her,
like
yeah,
to
but
do
I have no idea what his
dark
whole
elf stuff.
thing with knowing who people are.
But
is
yeah,
and
no,
what's
he
going
didn't see her.
Yeah, I mean, unless you were in very early in the morning, you would have seen that she came in. It is now mid-afternoon, and she was here very early morning. Maybe you asked the same thing of Marsh, the frog who owns the tavern, while you're ordering food, whoever, Par or someone. Esmeralda was here very early this morning. He is much more forthcoming with information, actually, because he doesn't realize the other two are guild members. So he probably would let you know that she packed a horse and rode out of town north very early this morning after messing around. She came in, messed around with that orb of hers, messed around with something on the board, packed a horse, and then rode out of town. So that's what you would have got, whoever. Par, we'll say Par, because Par's
Told me she mounted and left town earlier. Esmeralda, that is.
It's just like, if I'm remembering Umlaut correctly, you will answer a question I asked like 10 minutes later after I asked. Okay, that's what's happened here. Okay, cool. I'm used to it now, though. Got it. Oh, okay. Thanks. Thank you, Umlaut. I just continue eating.
I have the magic fountain effects, and I'm saving them to the notes.
Okay, perfect.
For the next time.
For the new players, I was being very loud about looking for Esmeralda. Just so you know, I am shouting in the middle of this tavern.
But feel free if you want to ignore it, but...
Her face is beat red, her fists are like out, you know? She's
very open with this invitation.
Using dancing lights.
Mm-hmm.
I turn to
go ahead.
Saga and say, do children often eat this much and shout this loud here?
Huh? I look at you from where I have been grinding up against the wall. What? This building has a lot of feelings.
She can stay.
No one's had a conversation with it for a while. So
Groot
it's kind
is
of lonely.
having a great day for some reason.
That's his name now.
Did you mistake Groot for the building?
Oh fuck! This is a tree.
Kip's color changes from orange to red.
I walk out with the beer and I see what's happening and I'm like,
Oh.
And I turn back to
Fucking
winter
anime-esque
form.
like development.
Or a teen movie,
slowly
like, you know, just
Yeah, the beer freezes in my hand because I turn back to winter form. So it freezes and then it drops and then it shatters into 1,000 pieces. And I immediately begin crying.
there is now another blue
And
elf
then walk
here,
away.
suddenly.
Mordrin, what'd you say? Huh?
Is it normal for children to shout and eat that much here? And I point into the tavern to Par, who's a tiny creature.
Yeah, let's
That looks
see.
like
Do
a
you
child.
know what Matuki are? I say Matuki, but that's not how it's
I can't
pronounced.
see how I possibly would.
It is
unless
now,
they're
Brad. I
from-
just say it the way you do.
Yeah.
Are they from this plane of existence?
They're from the material plane. They're from the very
Oh.
north of the world, all the way up in the north part of Vale. But I don't know if you would know that. They're easily the rarest material plane species.
Never seen one before in my life. I
Mordrin
think it's a child.
potentially wouldn't have done. It's entirely up to you. It's much more likely that that Saga would have done. But it's I guess it's down to you whether you think you would have done. How well traveled is Saga? Probably relatively.
I've spent most of my life in the Obsidian Isles, so I don't imagine I've probably heard of them. I've heard a lot of stories about a lot of things.
Yeah, not too dissimilar physically from Lalafell from Final Fantasy XIV.
Absolutely a total ripoff.
Just enough to be legally distinct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Is essentially what you're looking at. They're kind of a mysterious species, really. They sort of popped up out of nowhere not too long ago. They're about. They're like tiny little round plump elves.
I've heard of these people. I've never met one before. You want to go say hi? Let's go say hi. I pull Mordrin over. I say, "Hey there."
Hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. How are you?
Great, actually. Today's really perked up. Where are you from? My friend and I have never seen anyone like you before.
Oh, I'm actually from
Staring
up
at her.
north, but I'm stationed here now. I work for the Jacks Guild. My name's Par.
Does the Jacks Guild in this town employ children?
I'm not a child.
What are you?
Okay. I go back to eating apparently a large amount of food. I'm offended.
I think you made them mad.
They're experiencing a negative emotion. And
Are you
I'll
just saying
watch
this
them.
like right over me? Are you still saying this
Just
like, right
standing
in my
over
ear?
you, looking down.
Yeah.
She's
just saying, like,
upset.
how she's experiencing
She's like
an
spooning
emotion
fucking
right now.
stew into her
Yeah.
mouth angrily, and he's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
I'm watching you very closely.
Oh, okay.
I
This is
walk the
rude.
custom.
Sorry.
Sorry. You were saying?
It's a custom to apologize. Maybe try that.
Yes. What is the word?
If you don't have
What
it,
is
you
the
don't
word
have it.
again,
It's fine.
Saga?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh my god, that's so believable. Thank you. And I go back to eating.
let me apologize on behalf of my friend here. He's had a rough journey, so to speak. We are sorry, and we are not from here, so we're still learning a lot.
Okay. I accept your apology on behalf of your friend, I guess. Were you looking for something?
Yes. I look to my friend.
Why are you looking for her? She's terrible.
That bitch.
Is she not the leader of the guild?
Actually, I think you two would get along really well. But yes, she is the leader of the guild.
We need information on the plague.
Oh, do I know about this plague? I'm assuming it's related to, death.
None of you know about the plague. You've been in Jin. You and let's see. You, Sacred. Yeah, fuck it. Umlaut and Amari can make me dexterity saving throws from behind where these two people are talking to you. On a table behind you, somebody goes and sneezes, and a globule of snot launches through the air. Yeah, part of it hits Sacred. Make me a
That's
con
not getting
save.
out of my fur easily.
She's not a child.
What?
She's a mother.
Par dodges out of the way. I think it's one of these things where the camera, the camera is following the snot as it launches through the air. Par moves out of the way. It kind of almost gets Amari as he kind of just vaguely maybe like does some bullshit Ganassi
I got
stuff.
some mead in my hand. You know, I was bringing mead back for out, even though Kip had already gone back and forth like 10 times with more mead.
Yeah.
I still have the first one, and it's like, wobbly, like it's just about to fall out of the cup. And it just, I assume it just lands half in the cup and half on me.
Yeah, sure. This enormous minotaur with like purple fur is like making his way across, and you see it just land half on you, half on the cup. It flips out, and the rest of it lands on Umlaut, who is also known as Thunderfoot.
Delicious.
You two need to make me Constitution saving throws.
16.
16 is a make.
Me?
And you, Umlaut, yeah. This is to see if you are diseased. Barely.
Do automatons have resistance to disease?
Yeah, I figured as
Actually,
much.
Warforged are immune.
I'd imagine he probably can't get diseased, but Umlaut's
It's
a
immune
little...
to disease, yeah.
Umlaut's a little...
The tree part.
Yeah, he's a little more nature-based. That's why I hesitated on him and then went, yeah, you know what? You can do this. So I think...
Trees get sick.
Exactly. I think it's possible for Umlaut to get sick, whereas it's impossible for Kin to get sick. Such is the nature of Umlaut. But either way, you resist the diseaseness, so neither of you actually get sick. But there is snot all over you.
I'm just trying to wipe it and still hold the mead. Well, that's unfortunate. It looks like you should probably return this one to the bar. I don't think you want this, right? No, it's got some snot in it or something.
And he grabs it and then just splashes it on his face.
Is it? Wait, is Meyer still in your branches?
Yes.
I'm high up on his branches. He doesn't have face branches.
Yeah, make me a dex save.
Me?
Yeah, Dwayne.
Fucking twin.
he's got this. There's no way he's gonna roll a natural one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I saved my shit rolls for Cura.
Tune in. Yeah, where you also play a
It's
dex-based
Tuesdays at 4.
creature. Yeah, no, you don't get splashed by this. But Umlaut can make me another Constitution saving throw. Since he's double dipping. An 18 makes it, although if you keep rolling his Thunderfoot, I'm gonna kill Umlaut.
Oh yeah, you're on the wrong sheet.
Character sheet.
Yeah. Or your roll 20 is just
See, I see.
rolling. You might be at the bottom of the
My
rolling.
name.
Yeah. At the
Thank
bottom
you
of
so much
the
for calling him
roll, so-
Thunderfoot. That's all he ever wanted.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
That's literally the only thing it says.
Yeah, he's
in
not here
chat,
to hear
buddy.
it, so he's.
Yeah, it's true.
He's in.
He just feels warm inside somewhere.
Somewhere as he's walking
Oh.
along in the cold wastes of the ageless nation, he feels better about his life for a moment.
I'm much more confident for some reason.
You so yeah, the rest of you wouldn't know anything about the fact that there is a sickness in Plague Town, in a plague in Stone Town that is moving through the populace, because you just got here, and you know, up until now you've been wandering a desert fighting Ruby Weapon and avoiding blue dragons.
Yeah. Oh god, that was the coolest fucking thing to ever happen. Okay. I have a moment where I stare blankly at you when you say the. Did you say plague? What was the word that you used?
Yes. Plague.
Yeah, plague. Where I'm confused for a second, and then I blink rapidly. I look down to my food, which is now finished. I put the bowl aside and pat down my cape. I feel much better now. I'm sorry I snapped at you. I needed that food. I don't know anything about a plague. What about you? Min? Pellet? Timber?
I look
What are
up
they talking
from my
about?
my book, and I have a tea raised, like about to take a sip. No?
No?
No clue. I'm hoping not
Anybody?
to die though. You know, maybe we could see about that soon.
I'm just downing ale. Didn't hear
Okay.
anything on my second.
Any ale that Pellet is getting, he's just sliding over to Timber.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we don't know anything about that. And we don't know where Esmeralda is. She apparently left this morning, so good luck.
Interesting. Yeah, well, we've...
Yes, she left this morning on a horse.
Hey, the tree talks. What's up? No, but we were sent here from the Obsidian Isles. And, we're here to help.
I'm Umlaut.
Hey.
Yeah, you'll get used to it. Sometimes it's as long as like 5 minutes, and then he responds to something that was said 5 minutes ago.
Is that the tree you were intimate with?
I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure what went where, but, maybe?
Tears from the corner. Crying girl at the party.
Oh.
Are you okay, Kip? Do you need anything?
I'm fine.
Are you sure
I'm
your
fine.
eyes are
It'll
leaking?
pass. Oh, it's normal. They
can
turn
tell
into like
from the little ice cubes.
snow. Yeah, they turn into like little ice cubes and like fall hard on the ground as they go. No, it's fine. I've been here before.
Well, yeah, we're here all the time. It's Oracle's Rest. You know what? I bet you could use some nachos. That always helps me. I'll go get some nachos.
Nachos. Okay. And also beer, please. Lots of it.
Okay, nachos and beer. Got it. It's okay, buddy.
I'm sorry, did you say the Obsidian Isles? I scooch closer, and my eyes are wide, and I'm far too excited, probably, at this information. What is that like?
Different.
Wet.
You have such a way with words. Did you say wet?
Yeah. Salty. Wet.
Me
Oh,
too.
that makes sense because it's so close to the sea.
Discord, not homo.
Is it like
Based
misty
on
all
the
the
map,
time?
it's purple.
Can be.
It's all the way down. It's where it's for those who don't know, it is potentially where the undead king resides. Correct, Brad? This is the theory that we have
Dead
going.
Kingdom.
You're,
no, that's the Dead
no,
Kingdom, that's
yeah.
further
So,
to the
if you on the map, the Obsidian Isles is the 3 islands that are very similar to the Iron Islands from Game of Thrones. They're ruled over by 3 different jarls,
Right.
who are triplets after the previous jarl died. The Dead King lives, or the Lich King, by the way.
I guess
Orcish, 'cause
Saga
you
comes from
asked.
Salthorn.
Yep.
Ah,
Does now.
the crotch of the world. I've
Yeah,
heard of
there's
it.
there's a whole area of the world that is the Dead Kingdom, ruled from a spot called Elder Shade, right in the you know where this is, by the way. It's everyone knows where it is, just no one can get there because there's so much undead bullshit going on. It's actually south of Sholazan. So the Obsidian Isles is the Iron Islands. It's very like piratey, grim, rough, Iron Price
Do
stuff.
they have a lot of like magic and stuff there, or no? Do they employ a lot of it?
I'd say probably not. It's not necessarily known for its magic. I mean, there's magic everywhere, but
Yeah.
it's much more. It's kind of just brutish, borderline barbaric, kind of wild. You know, the people there are like quote unquote free, that kind of thing. The general idea that you might have of it from the Jack's Guild perspective is that the reason that the Lion Man, the Leonin, was installed there as the Jack's Guildmaster Blackburn, was because the people there generally only respect strength in sort of physical battle, like physical strength and like combat and like tournaments and things. So because the islands are so turbulent and so kind of chaotic, he was sent there because he's like a level 20 barbarian basically. So it's that
So
kind
a
of
lot of
mentality.
conflict.
Very conflict. The whole place is embroiled in civil war. It's borderline. It feels like, in terms of political structure, it feels like that these islands are almost at war with Vale. That's how you're actually pretty close to being at war, but you know there's a lot going on in the world. So it's pretty rough, very piratey, very Yaramatey, and yeah, that's the reputation at least.
Okay. Wet and different. How fascinating. I will have to ask a bunch of questions later. What can you tell us about this plague?
It's here.
What do you mean? What do you mean? A plague? What kind of plague?
What we know is we were sent here by the Jack's Guild to investigate.
So you don't know what it is yet. You just know it's here.
Yes.
I peer down from the branch of my compatriot, and I look towards the blue elf, and I go, do you have any fish?
For clarification, are you just a cat, or are you a cat person?
I am a tabaxi. I just, I am about 4 foot tall. I look like a Scottish fold, but I have jet black fur with orange patches.
Maybe I've
And
got
I
fish.
really want
What's it to
fish.
you? Hmm.
Oh.
What would I get?
You want to barter? Well,
New best
I
friends.
have. By the way, out of character, are you the drippy kind of sea elf, or are you more elfy?
So I look like a regular elf. I'm blue. I'm not quite drippy unless I've recently been submerged. I do have some scales on my face, though.
So many things to be said right now, considering your actions with this building.
Yeah, you know what? With the building,
Go on.
no.
This is
Brad, just
Listen, your hands were tied, okay?
Gone.
This is terrible.
I'm honestly surprised you didn't leave earlier.
I pull out a small little tinder box and I open it, and there is green catnip inside. I have things. If you have fish.
Let's talk. And then I hunker down. I start to barter with you in the background.
Okay. DM. So while this is happening, I'm also casting eyes towards the paler elf. I am extra planar. Do I know what he is?
Do you have an ability? Or
No,
is it just,
but I am
you
not
just wanna
from
know?
here. And Meyer knows. I just want
sorry.
to know how much.
Yeah. What?
That was a reveal. We didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I think you
That's
guys.
so cool.
I think you
And
guys.
I know Par doesn't know that, but I'm freaking out. We didn't know he was extra planar.
I think he gave you a lot of clues when you guys went to the Feywilds last time, which was ironically the only other time we've ever streamed this.
Oh my god. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wait, chat knows too? Maybe I did know and I just forgot. Anyway, that's fucking sick. That's very cool.
I guess.
Just gonna put down in my notebook that I am now studying him,
Yeah.
as I am a woman of science.
I guess you could give me an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. I am too busy bartering
one, no,
to
yeah.
No, I'm not paying attention, even if I did know.
Not really. He
I
just
don't
looks
know.
like a weird elf.
Okay.
There's lots of elves and weird elves and different types of elves around, so he could be any lineage of elven blood.
He doesn't smell of fish, and I'm not too interested in him.
Smells a little of fish.
Maybe I'm a little interested, but
A
I'm
little
bartering
briny.
right now with my green.
Okay.
As they're bartering, I would have walked over and probably sat near Par, looking at Mordrin. And just, so, why, you were sent here to look at this plague, but why? Are you trying to get information about what it is, or if it's spreading? I don't understand.
Our purpose as Jack's Guild members is to go on quests and complete them.
Just FYI, Mordrin and Saga, you haven't taken the quest yet. You were sent here to get a quest from Esmeralda.
I look over at the board. Oh, I see. I thought you were on a quest. My apologies. So there is a quest about the... And I think looking around, how many people are in here that look sick? That look like they had, because there were some people close by that at least could, cough snot at us, so...
Yeah. In here, not too many people. There's a guy sitting behind wherever Par is sat, who's sat at a table. He's very clearly sick. And you've heard a couple of sniffles from a couple of other people, but the place isn't particularly packed out at the moment. There's not that many people in here right now, apart from you. You guys now make up most of the clientele.
Okay.
Marsh looks fine. Lupe looks fine. The barmaid. Dave the bard looks fine.
Hey, Amari, can you check the quest board real quick? Is there anything about a plague?
Sure, I can look at the quest board, and Amari has never really paid attention to the quest board before, but he will stare at it for a very long time.
You head over to the quest board. There's a bunch of quests on there. There's the fighting pits. Perry Pibble's gone missing. Tim's Boots Importium needs a delivery. Ilriana seeks help. Investigate the ruins of Razalith from Min, which you currently have on your Jack Stones, not Saga and Mordrin. Investigate Stone Castle, investigate the fires, and investigate the sickness in Stone Town, a 4-star quest. People are sick, get to the bottom of it. Quest giver Esmeralda, reward Timber card, and 1,500 XP.
Oh, this must be it. And I grab all the quests. Like, here you go. And I spread them all out. And there are a lot of quests. You were right. The board is quite filled with them.
Oh God! Did you just take all of those?
You take every quest on here.
Oh no!
Oh Jesus!
We have to look for the time-sensitive ones. Yeah. Oh God!
This one and this one.
Hold on. Put Min's up on top. There's another one.
Oh, this one. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. This one. I'm sorry. I had them in my shirt as well.
No,
there's a reason why the counter maid is smelling at me. I do not understand.
This is everyone's Jack Stones lighting up right now.
Lighten up.
All of you.
That's how it works.
I should have showed you how to work the quest board. We only usually pick one at a time.
I think we
the
can put
quest
them
board
back.
as well.
There's a little cancel. There's a little cancel button that you can hit on the Jack Stone, but it's one of those tiny little X's that you get on ads that you have to click on your phone. You know.
And it like moves.
Damn it.
Yeah, and you're like.
My Jack Stone is lagging. I have hit the accept button 40 times.
Damn it.
Oh no.
Do I?
Okay,
is there a way to shut it down? Break it?
Only one person. One person in the group.
Your
Just
Jack
need one
Stone is
person.
ringing.
I'm so sorry. Hold on. Yes.
You look at it.
It's gonna be.
Yeah. On the other end, you hear the voice of Esmeralda kind of speaking to you, and she says, "What is going on?"
We're just running into some issues.
Did you just take every single quest that you
Yes.
have on the board?
Yes, it was me. I did it. It was.
And that one.
It was me. It was my mistake. Shh. It was an accident.
Right.
Can I stop it? Can I give some of them back? We were just trying to find out if there was something happening here, like with some sickness or some plague.
There's an explosion that you hear from the Jack Stone.
My cat just took his hand.
And you
into
hear
my leg
Esmeralda
as
say,
you said that.
all right, yes, I'll be right there. All right, well, just figure it out. There's a thing. Where are you right now?
I'm in Oracle's Rest. Are you okay?
Oh,
Is stuff happening over there?
Okay.
Is the world ending?
Well, yes, the world's always ending. Can you look into the sickness thing if you're back in town?
Yeah, but the thing for me is kind of a priority. Her life is
She's cut out. She's gone.
I hate her so much. Yeah, I know. I'm just talking as if she's gone.
What is wrong with my Jack Stone?
I have really good news, everyone.
You see all of the
lights
quests.
stop blinking.
You see all of the quests that you just taken. Everyone's stones undoes all of them. Somewhere elsewhere, you see Esmeralda. There is just war going on. What you see around her is that scene from Terminator where you see the future. And Esmeralda standing in the middle of it, looking at this giant Jack Stone that she has and just kind of pressing it. And there are literal laser beams that are firing over her head. Just darkness. The sky is completely blotted out. There are robotic warforged marching over a hill towards her, and she's messing about. And then she turns around and pulls her sword out, and then we cut back to you guys, and all of your Jack Stones undo all of the quests.
Oh, good job.
Including the
I
sickness
hear
one.
I hear Par freaking out, and I say, I mean, we have some time. You know, I'm not gonna die tomorrow, I guess, but...
You're not gonna die at all.
Soon.
You're not gonna die at all. You're not dying at all. Okay?
Okay.
I want you to say it. You're not dying.
You're not dying.
No.
No.
I'm not dying. You can do it.
I'm not dying.
I'm
not
That's
dying.
right.
Who's dying?
No,
here?
Par's not dying.
One of these.
I'm not dying. Nobody's dying. Nobody's
not dying.
Everything's fine.
No one... That's right.
What's happening? What is that sound?
And I pull out, it's 3 good berries being plucked from his head, and he passes it over.
No one's going to die.
Thanks, Umlaut.
Thank you.
Anyway,
I mean,
so about
yeah,
this plague.
We can look around. I mean, if we're not, and talk to some people, I suppose, and see how long it's been happening.
Yeah. I mean, we're Jack's Guild members too. We can help you if you want.
Yeah.
What you do, split the XP. Yeah. Which gets translated for the viewers automatically as reputation.
It is a 4-star quest, which means it's pretty
It looks difficult.
pretty rough.
It's a big deal.
But
You
I
guys
don't,
are-
I don't want to kill Steel.
4 stars kind of your max
Just being polite.
max out as a group.
Like I said, we can help you if you like, but, you know, you will split the reputation from it.
Yeah, you want our help? We're pretty good at stuff.
All right. I'm looking at Saga. Is she still bartering?
I've just finished rolling 2 expertly made catnip blunts for the kind Saga, and she has in turn given me a 5-inch long 69 sucker tentacle and a dried fish. I then climber back up onto the top of the umlaut's head and disappear.
What did you just receive?
You see, when you say that to me, I climb out of the branches of Umlaut's head and just shake the tentacle at you violently, and it goes 5 inches long, and it's got 69 suckers on it. And I go back into
Oh.
Nice.
Is it 5 inches with 69
Yeah, it's
suckers?
nice. That's
Okay.
nice.
You know, is it always, I do not remember during our combats if the cat actually stands up and does something, or does it run around with something in his mouth the whole time and steal stuff?
It's usually to the background a little bit.
Like a
he's-
Tom and
he's
Jerry.
got
Yeah.
some range.
It's a blur
things. He's
after
pretty
time.
good.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see
he's very fast.
massive
I mean-
silver eyes Cheshire Cat through the branches.
He helps.
And then close again.
Yeah,
I've
the only
never
time I
seen
see it
anyone
is when he's
faster.
licking his crotch.
I defend
want
him
to
a
see?
little bit. No, he helps.
No.
He shoots
Okay.
things.
Hmm.
Sometimes he stabs things.
I noticed that. I always thought it was a full-grown something, but okay. All right, the Jackstone stopped blinking now. Par, you seem to have
now-
calmed down.
Yeah, now you want to look at the, and this is different for everyone, but I usually just
Okay.
look at the quest and I go through a little debate in my mind, like, do I want to do that? No, blah, 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 blah. But the second I go, I want to take that one, suddenly my Jackstone lights up. I don't know what
How
it is.
much time do we
so
have?
maybe just, it usually
I can
takes
see a
me about
time
30
limit on the
seconds.
quest.
You know, it have taken me centuries before to debate something like what to eat sometimes. So
Really?
give me a moment. I'll be back.
How do you
I
decide?
don't know if
Oh.
I want to.
Okay.
Okay, I've done. This was easy.
Okay.
I believe that people are sick and dying. I don't want to do this quest because I don't want to get sick. It's a good debate.
Well,
If people are,
I cannot
right?
get sick, so I don't mind talking
Okay.
with sick people if that will help.
All right. Okay. Yeah. That was an easy debate. Thank you. Now I know how to do each quest.
Hold on. You know, people are sick and dying. They need our help. And you don't want to do the quest because you don't want to get sick and die. But if nobody does the quest, then more people will get sick and die.
but I was
yeah,
to
I
be
don't think
alive.
you did the math right on that one.
But what if it reaches, this illness gets to you?
Yeah,
Oh
what if
no,
you
we
get
can't
it?
have that. Oh no, no.
Yeah,
no. I
exactly.
do not want that. Mm.
Yeah, so we
So
gotta
we
stop
should
it
so-
before
take
it
the
does that.
quest. See, goddammit, that's that. It's the second I say it and I mean it, I
Oh.
take it. Now I have it. I have the quest.
So that means the sickness has not spread yet. We have to prevent it.
If everyone else is preventing the sickness and you aren't, then you can't get sick.
That's how that works, right?
No.
Oh,
no,
that's-
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
Oh,
not
wow.
how that works.
You have. I don't think you have control over if you get sick or not.
Well, sometimes you can. I mean, you can do things to prevent it, you know.
Oh, preventative.
Science
yeah,
is
there's
good with that,
preventative
yeah.
medicine.
Mhm.
I've heard of that. Yes.
Yeah.
You could go hide
These
in a
people
hole,
seem to
Amari.
already be sick. It's too late to be
Oh,
preventative.
oh, that's too risky. Mm.
I don't think we should
Okay.
use phrases like "it's too late" when we're talking about a plague.
Yeah.
Just
How
in
about
case
go hide
anybody
in a hole?
overhears
Is
you.
that one okay?
Oh, I will stop saying that.
Is there
How about
space
go
inside
hide
your
in a
hole
hole?
to
Is
hide?
that one okay?
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Sure. Yep.
So I'm the only one that has this quest right now. Y'all gonna help or what?
Oh, I
mean, I would.
It's,
I guess.
I'll
I mean,
take
if you make me feel
None,
good,
none of
know,
you have
I'll
the
do
quest.
it.
It was undone for all of you by Esmeralda.
Oh, it
was
undone.
I'll click the.
I just
I'm doing
took
this
it
to my
just
chest.
now. I said I took it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I am taking it also.
Yeah.
If I get sick, I'm hiding in your hole.
Hey, everybody, what's
and
this
I press
quest?
the button.
Everyone's stone
Is
lights
that
up.
right?
Whatever way you interpret it, whatever that means. The 4-star quest.
Does anybody
for
want nachos?
Investigate the.
Nah, I do not know what those are.
No.
Oh,
It's
they're
like,
little. You know
melted-
what, buddy?
What?
I'll
Sacred,
get you some and
Sacred.
you can give them a try. Yeah.
Wait, Sacred, come back, please.
Okay.
So,
What's
Yeah,
going
this is
on?
kind of important.
yeah, this is in your. I don't know what
I
they
heard the
call
jackstone going off like crazy, but I was just.
don't eat those
I had to make
nachos.
sure I got the
Don't eat
nacho
those
order right.
nachos.
Yeah, no.
Don't eat
There's
those
an
nachos.
illness, Sacred. There's an illness in the town. There's a
Well, that's
quest.
not good. Who's
No.
got the illness? Do you have the illness?
No, I
No,
can't.
we
Need
just
a
got
little-
here.
You need a little lesser restoration.
No, I think
No.
it's a lot of people. It's a bit. It's a
Oh.
quest. Yeah.
Oh,
That doesn't
you have to
sound
kill
like
the
a
people
lesser
before they
restoration.
spread.
No.
I think we should start with quarantine before we go straight to killing, but I'm open to it if it gets too dangerous.
Same. I will do the killing.
Yeah. Killing's fine.
My hope was just not believing the outcome.
What
I
happened
think
to
I'm gonna
us?
cry again.
You know what? I'm starting to believe that my father was right the whole time.
I could use a little ice for this drink.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
It was
me too.
sneezing and
It's really
spit was
warm in here.
and snot was flying all over the place. It might be in your cup.
Kip,
Talk
Umlaut's
to
not
what?
talking to you.
What?
He's not going to talk to you.
What?
Why?
There's your eyes.
Just like giant ice cubes are falling out of my.
Yeah, get it out. Get
If
it
you
out, buddy. Thanks. Oh.
If you like, it's like the fridge dispenser of ice. If you just like put your cup under my eyes.
You know,
Walk
Kim,
over
that
against her
wasn't
lip.
very nice.
I tug at Min's cape. Are you sure this is okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, it is. We have
Okay.
some time. I'm just not gonna
Okay.
worry about it. How's that?
That
I'm
sounds
not
great.
going
I'll
to
do the
die.
worrying for you.
I'm
You're
not
not
going
gonna
to die.
die.
No, you're too small.
Okay.
Nope. Don't do the
So,
worrying.
just to be clear,
That's all that will
said-
fix. You'll just be a
I
ball
may
of
be
worry.
small in body. I may be small in body, but I'm pretty big up here. So don't worry, I can handle it. We have no
Oh,
idea
okay.
who's sick, Sacred.
okay, is anybody feeling sick here?
No?
I'm feeling fine.
I
I'm
think
gonna
I
go
feel
around
fine.
to everybody and do the mom thing and like kiss everybody's forehead. And see
I pull out my leather mask to my mother.
Hey, no, do not touch me.
I need to
I turn
check
into
and see if
vapor.
you're sick.
One of you
I
is
turn
a
into
giant
vapor and
mushroom
I go.
surrounded by spores at all times, just so you
I,
remember.
I lift up my forehead to greedily accept it.
Okay.
Take pen
Can
over
I
here.
roll a medicine check to see if anybody's sick?
Yeah, you can do that, yeah.
22.
From your crew, no one's sick. Maybe a couple of people are still a little tired from doing things. For the record, you're all at full health and full restedness, even though you're kind of not. But yeah, everyone seems to be in good health and not unwell. There are a couple of people in here in the tavern who clearly have what looks to be a cold. A common cold.
Well, I think everybody's okay. I still have to get used to the winter form again, Kip. So, I apologize for my lips sticking to your forehead, but aside from that, I think you're okay.
Okay.
So nobody
If you
here
say
is sick,
so.
so that's good.
Oh, good. That makes things easier. I slide out my dagger and I start threatening the ones that are sneezing to get in quarantine, wherever that may be. Back, sickness! In quarantine now! Where's the tabaxi? Help me out. You're fast enough. Scroll them up. Send them inside some kind of space to keep them away from everybody. Pa, I'm doing it right.
Okay. Yeah, don't no, just quarantining. We're kind of like if everybody could just move over to this side of the room. Jack's Guild business. We have some questions for you.
Okay. Amari or Pa can make me a persuasion check. You have advantage.
Okay.
Whichever
That's
one of you wants
definitely
to
you,
do
I'm
it.
not.
I presume the sorcerer, but
22 for those listening.
22.
I'm somehow fairly persuasive, even though I'm tiny.
Oh, I'm pretty persuasive. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, aren't you like a demigod? I'd say you're very persuasive.
Yeah, look, I'll bring us over to the tavern. None of your characters are in here, so you can drag your token onto the onto the map by just grabbing your character sheet and dragging it onto the map. You can put yourself wherever you want. I'll put little sickness tokens on the people who are sick, and it appears to be Riles and Kellia. Who are the sick people who are like very, very sick here. Everyone else goes to one side of the room who is not sick, and then Riles and Kellia go wherever you want them to go. I guess they stand here for now.
I just follow Amari behind him with one knife. I'm not outstretched like a Tonberry looking at the people who are sick.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Can we tell which ones are sick?
Yep, Riles and Kelly are
Apparently.
sick.
I'm
gonna cast Entangle.
Okay. Is that gonna
Wow.
kill
Oh
him?
my god.
Jesus Christ. Shit.
I just want to hold them in place.
I was just trying to threaten them into quarantine, but okay, we're killing them. Let's go.
Oh shit.
No, entangle, not murder.
Yeah, what are you doing? You're creating
He's never cast
a vine
Entangle on
cage
me.
around them. Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square starting from the point within range. So a bunch of vines come up and just basically form a cage around them. And Riles
Those poor
says,
assholes.
"What's going on here? What's the meaning of this?"
It's quite
he's
alright.
dead- he's
It's
deadly.
alright. I'm going to.
Are they going
walk
to
up
kill us,
to
Riles? I think they're going to kill
Yes.
us.
No.
Oh.
He said yes.
Hello.
Only if you sneeze again.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Hi.
No,
My name is
nobody's
Kin.
dying.
All right.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Well, you're not. You seem to
They're
be
in a
sick.
cage of vines.
How long have you been sick?
How long have I been sick? How long have I been sick, Kellia? She says, well, I got sick first. He's been sick for about 3 days, and I've been sick for about a week.
Okay. do you live within the town, or do you live outside of the town?
Yes, we've lived here all our lives.
Lived here all your lives. Okay. And you were sick 3 days ago. Whereabouts in the town do you live?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Just in general. So my name is Kin. I studied with monks that were particularly gifted in healing. So usually when people get sick, it's best to look in locations they get sick. And the more people in an area,
Are you going to heal us?
the more likely that's...
We're gonna try to get to the bottom of
try.
this.
Kin, make me a persuasion check.
Absolutely. That is not my... Oh! Okay, hold on. Let's see if I pass it. Okay, hold on. That's a natural 1. Hold on. So, I have... Where is it? Draconic Principle. Because of the black scale dragon armor that I have on my person. If you fail a charisma for intimidation or persuasion check, you can use your reaction to re-roll the check as you tap into the mighty presence of dragons. So I would like to re-roll that, please. Let me go back over there. Persuasion. Shit.
7.
So
They
where do you
say,
live?
you don't really look like healers.
Well, we're adventurers. We do
He goes.
have a
He also
healer
goes.
among us.
Looks over at Amari and then goes.
Hold it in, or I will murder.
What I will do is try to counteract it and say, stand still, and put my finger in front of their forehead and try to cast Lesser Restoration to see if it does anything good.
Okay.
My dagger glints in the light.
If you do not become healed, you will die. And then I will cast it. Let's see, where is it? Sorry, I've been doing too much Pathfinder.
No need to panic. I'm entangling you in quarantine.
Are you part of the town watch?
We're the Jack's
Part
Guild.
of the guild. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Guild.
So we're looking into it.
Guild part of the watch? I don't think so, but I mean they're not
part of the watch, but not this one.
right. Yeah. Which one do you cast Lesser Restoration on, the guy or the girl?
The guy. Actually, the girl.
The girl. She says.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, you cast this spell and you see the redness of her face kind of vanish, and you see the sort of sickness clear up. She sniffs a little bit and says, I can take a full breath in. You actually can. Oh, they are here. It's okay, darling. Don't calm down. They're actually helping. Thank you.
50 gold.
Oh.
I don't.
You had him.
No. We can't do that. That's definitely against our contract.
Okay, we'll take Copay.
House.
Copay.
The first sample is free.
Right.
We accept tips.
All right. Well, I mean, we have. What do you have? I've got a few.
Well, maybe don't tip us until we've actually done something.
But we just did something.
What do you mean? I just
She
killed
puts
her.
the money back.
Wait
She
a
pulls
minute.
it back out.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
She puts it back
It's
away.
okay. We've learned from her. That is good.
My silver eyes dart towards Par, and they turn orange slightly for a second.
I narrow my
Mine too.
eyes at you.
The guy says,
I just
"Be
have a Puss in
next.
Boots stare.
Be next."
And I look towards what is our moose-looking friend called?
Yeah, what's the moose called?
It's a minotaur, but I call him a moose.
I am devastated.
The moose.
I'm staring at Amari, and I look so hurt and wounded.
I'm so sorry,
I've never
moose.
seen Sacred's face like that.
Sacred, that's
Reach
right.
over and
He's always ringing the dinner bell. I forgot. Sacred, could you ring your dinner bell to make these two feel safer and maybe lesser restoration on them, please?
You think I'm a sacred moose?
What?
Do you think I'm
He
a
thinks
moose?
you're a purple moose.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with moose.
I didn't say that they were.
Oh,
But you think
why are
I'm
you
a
so
moose?
offended? You are a very intelligent moose. Is he not a moose? What is he?
I am not a moose.
A cow.
That
sounds
I am
worse than a
also
moose.
not a cow. I am a minotaur. Thank you.
Oh, a mini-tor.
Small
minotaur.
What does a biggie tor look like then? I look. Can you just cast lesser restoration and we could do this later?
Yeah, you need a lesser restoration.
Yeah, not on me, on him. Sick one.
Oh, you're
Mm-hmm.
sick? I'm sorry. I got nachos everywhere. Hold on. Okay.
Not me, but okay.
Wipe my hands on my fur. Get the nacho grease off. Okay, who needs a lesser restoration?
He does.
This
point to him.
I do. I do.
Okay. And where do you feel like the sickness is concentrated?
In my face, mostly. I feel like I
put my entire
congested.
hand on his face.
It appears to work. The redness around his eyes and the kind of the congestion of his voice when he's speaking seems to go away a little bit. He sort of does a little sniff and kind of still, it's like he's still got all of the snot to clear, but the lesser restoration spell takes effect. You can tell that this immediately lessens his condition and seems to clear the disease that he had as he I feel much better already. That's really marvelous the way that works. We've spent so much bloody money with that alchemist all week.
50 gold. What?
Which
I look towards Pa immediately.
50 gold. I think our house is
Immediately at Pa.
Riles, what
I just spell
alchemist are you
entangle.
talking about?
Well, we've spent a lot of money at the alchemist because we've been trying all of these different bloody tonics and potions and herbs and pastes and things to try and clear this. I mean, Todd, bless his heart, he's been doing his best, but I don't think he's really the most.
Todd is the alchemist.
Yes, yeah. He's a.
Do you know if he has been selling and he sold potions to you, but they didn't work?
Right, yes. That's right. There's all sorts of different potions and pastes, tinctures and tonics and things. I mean, he's almost run out of stock with everyone in town. I mean, I suppose it's not a great selling point for him, but he's sick as well.
No, but he would be a
Yeah,
good
that's
source of
not convincing at all.
information because he would have interacted with a lot of sick people. Do you know where this Todd is?
Well, yes, the
Well, I'm sure he's
alchemist
just
is
at the potion shop.
right. Fate and Tonics over by the church.
Fate and Tonics.
Yeah, under the big apple tree.
Quick question before you go.
Yes, anything.
Did you go anywhere or come into contact with anyone who was sick? Do you remember maybe potentially how you may have contracted this?
Well, no. I mean, I'd say I think. I mean, there's quite a few people in town that are sick now. I mean, it's been a talk of the town all week, but
I'm doing like a checkup on both of them, by the way. I'm like.
Yeah, and I think, well, I'd say I was possibly one of the first who, so I'm not really too sure, but I certainly haven't been anywhere. We haven't been anywhere for a bloody long time, and so, really just sort of been in town for the whole time. I don't really know who I might have caught it from, really, other than Kellia, but she's, she wasn't sick for a few days, and I think she caught it off of me, wouldn't you say, darling? Yes, darling, I think that's probably what happened, yes.
Any other strange occurrences that you might have noticed recently?
Strange occurrences?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like,
Maybe in the last, week or
zombies
so.
walking around or...
Oh well, there was a lot of that not too long ago. The entire town was sort of overrun. Do you remember that? That was bloody awful. We almost died.
Oh yes, we
Don't
were
worry.
here for that.
I performed lots of rituals around town. I got everything squared away.
I saved his life. I remember. 50 gold.
Oh, was that you? Yes, it was, wasn't it? You, yeah, right, well, 50 gold, that's out. I think our house costs 50 gold. We'd have to sell our entire house to move out. I mean, you've done a great deal for us, but, I mean, I might be able to spare you a few coins. How's 2 silver?
Done! Deal!
And twin 2 silver.
I launch in the air and grab the 2 silver and tuck into a roll and then flee back up the tree. I mean, Umlaut's head.
But strangeness around town, I don't
think
I don't think I've noticed anything really. I'm not very observant though.
And you've been sick. It's hard to.
But
be
you're self-aware.
when you're sick. It's okay.
Right.
Well, I turn
Does
towards
anybody
everybody.
else have any questions? Yeah. I can't think of any other questions. Yes, you are.
Okay. Well, we don't want to take up too much of your time. Thanks for letting us know that. And if you start feeling bad or anything, and I'm around town, just say hi and let me know what's going on. Maybe I can help. Name's Sacred.
Right, Sacred. Yes, Riles. But thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, I feel so much better. I can't believe that just a spot of magic like that can really clean it up. I just do so wish we
Just keep an eye on your poop. If your poop is it starts being weird, if it's a different color or something,
Right, different colour. Okay. All right. Well, I have been eating a lot of greens this week. It has been coming out sort of a slight hue of green to it. Is that
defecation. Yes.
that natural?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Right. Okay. Good. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so very much for your assistance. If there's anything else we can do that it doesn't really come with a monetary value, we'll certainly try and help. And if I think of anything, I shall wave at you and summon you over.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right.
I wait for them to walk out of earshot.
They head back to their tables. By the way, Sacred has a vulnerability to being summoned.
Sacred.
Because he's a...
How does that work? Are you able to put that spell
Nachos?
on objects? No, not the nachos. The magic that you're using. You're using a different type of healing magic that I'm familiar with.
Oh, it's a lesser restoration spell. It just has to be on a living creature, basically.
So you couldn't do the well or water from the well.
I do have other spells that could help. Yeah, it's definitely a good thing to check. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's maybe try to see if we can figure out exactly what kind of illness it is, and then we could worry about how to fix it after.
I think we should go talk to this Todd. If he is someone familiar with the healing arts and he has been interacting, he may have a better idea of symptoms. Maybe we can narrow down what it is that way.
Well, it doesn't sound like he's very familiar with the healing arts.
Well, it does sound like his potions aren't working, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's poor at making potions, just that those potions didn't work.
Oh. I guess.
There's magical maladies that can sometimes affect people in a way that medicines will not affect.
No, I get that, but at some point you would realize that your medicine isn't working on half the town and you'd stop selling it to the rest, right?
You'd
do
realize
agree
with that, yes.
That you're a hack. Right. Okay.
Maybe they want to be a hack.
Maybe.
I think it's a good source of information, and we might be able to ask a few questions and get a bit of guidance.
Alright, let's split up. Because nothing bad can happen, and this is our first 4-star quest, and surely that
does
wouldn't
sound
go
good.
horribly
I
wrong.
like splitting up.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea.
It's totally safe.
Let's split the party right down the middle.
And we should write down who's where so we don't all forget.
No, we should.
Yep. Please do that for next week.
Well, so
I'm gonna get from the bar.
You're gonna get on the bar
I'm gonna get up from the bar.
and start
No,
doing
I'm
the
gonna get
dance
away
from
from
Coyote
the
Ugly.
And I'm gonna be dragging Pellet with me, and I'm gonna be walking towards Saga and Mordrin. But on the way, I'm gonna stop by Kip and look at her. She's a bit taller than I am, and touch her on the chin and reach up and say, "You don't need his attention." And then I just walk past her, dragging Pellet over to Mordrin.
The Riz. Good lord.
Capable of walking. Thank you.
Is Kip in spring now?
Yeah, well,
Kip is.
Actually, I thought about it, but I can only turn once per long rest, so I have to wait until
Oh, it's a shame.
sleep. If only.
She goes to sleep and has a dream.
Yeah.
Yes.
A springy, jumpy one.
Yeah. Can't find the moonlight playing in the background while you do.
Long rest, really.
Maybe the
I stand in front of Pellet, but I want to look at Mordrin and Saga and kind of look at them and say, "So Esmeralda asked you to come here to help?"
It was more of just coming down.
It was
the
Blackburn.
vine, you know.
It was so the guildmaster here is Esmeralda. The guildmaster on the Obsidian Isles is Blackburn, the Lion Man. He's the one.
The lion-shaped vine.
He sent
No.
you to Esmeralda on loan because these guys weren't here, but now they're here, and you are too.
Yeah, apparently there was
Were you hoping to
a
get anything out of this?
shortage.
Oh, yes, we've
I mean, you came
been
very
engaged
far.
in some adventures for a while, yes.
Nice to meet you. I'm sorry, I was getting nachos before. My name is Sacred.
Nice to meet you.
I have a question
I'm
for the
Saga.
Yeah.
And I'm about
With-
6'5" and almost as
Blue eyes.
wide. Just crazy muscle. And a minotaur with purple fur and red horns.
Would
Well, nice
Saga
to
or
meet you.
Mordrin recognize? Would they be surprised?
That's a good point, actually. Yeah. Well, Mordrin just doesn't know anything about anyone. But for Saga, Pellet and Timber are rabbit people, which, as far as you're aware, you have never seen before as well. Would also be bizarre. You wouldn't have even heard of them. Whereas, like, Par is like a very rare species. Rabbit people doesn't exist, and there are two here. That'd potentially be weird.
Potentially.
I mean, depends on your character, right? Maybe your character couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But it would potentially be weird if it was the type of thing your character was interested in.
Me.
Saga doesn't look like she really cares very much. She's mostly been just watching everyone wide-eyed and interested, looking at Sacred and nodding, introducing herself. I'm Saga. This is my companion. We're from the Obsidian Isles. We've never been this far north before, so...
I've never been that far south before.
Me either. I find it very interesting and fascinating.
I have. Did you go through the west or east tower route around the mountain from the south?
Probably West Tower would have been the route you took. As in, those
Yes.
two would have taken West Tower to Oregard, Oregard to here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, west
I'd
town.
stick my hand out. Yeah, I'd stick my hand out and just be like, "Nice to meet you."
West Tower.
This
What is the
Pellet, I'm Timber.
Saga? What is the usual greeting in the Isles? They shake hands. Though? They punch
No,
each
we
other
don't
in the
shake
face?
hands. We just yes, we punch each other in the shoulder. So I punched Timber in the shoulder. Ugh.
Yeah, I follow suit.
Dislocates the shoulder.
Ugh. And I'd like fall back onto Pellet a little bit. I'm like,
I'm going to.
I
Nice to meet you.
immediately move timber behind me and I step in front, almost like instinctually.
I punch him in the
like,
shoulder too.
I want to grab his hand.
Well,
How aggressive does this look?
Dragon Orcish are gonna bicker again.
Just to be clear, Ken is a warforged. He has very little to no emotions. He's mostly a robot. How aggressive does this look?
Same.
Well, for Saga, I'm smiling, and it's just like a. It's it doesn't look like I want to deck the shit out of you.
Good.
So it's
Yeah.
friendly.
Okay.
yeah, I'd be like, Pellet. I think they meant well. I think.
Are you sure? And he is
Mordrin?
dead
What does yours look
serious.
like?
Almost no emotion on his face, and he just sort of punches. Not super hard, but
Okay.
it's a punch.
Okay. Good enough. I won't react.
Do you punch me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will reciprocate. Can I make an attack roll, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what I was trying to avoid.
This is why I didn't want to bring you onto a battle map.
Okay. This, I guess it would be Saga and then Mordrin. So a totally average punch with a 10.
Hmm.
And then
You're
a
a
17
12-foot
for
minotaur.
Mordrin. I'm not. I am 6.5 feet.
I'm. Oh. Thank you, Mergs.
His height is 6.5
I got
feet.
one left. That's all that matters. She laughed at my joke.
I don't laugh because I expect it.
Oh.
Should I roll a Constitution saving throw for this punch? Or
It's
do I just
versus your
die?
AC, I think.
I mean, it would just, yeah. If it hits you,
then
it's just gotta
no,
be.
it
AC.
doesn't. It does not beat my AC.
Yeah. So it's it's probably a little bit more forceful than you're expecting, and you get out of the way or something.
I think he sort of lithely moves with the punch. He's used to getting punched in the shoulder by strong people that treat everyone that way. So,
Yeah,
just sort of
there's no
moves
malice in it, from what you can tell. It's just like, I'm just returning it and unaware of how big I am.
Yeah.
You would get the sense that for only being 5'5", that Saga is pretty dense and heavy. Like, surprisingly built.
We usually just shake hands here or say hi, but is this what you do where you're from?
Yeah. You've got to, size up the people in the room. What better way to get hands on them?
Okay. Well,
she puts her
we're gonna
hands
look into
on a
this.
lot of people.
That was her hand.
Like, are you a healer?
Sometimes.
Nice. I'm a grave cleric. I mean, I heal people and stuff every now and again.
I'm the one that they call when someone's giving other people trouble.
Okay.
A guard.
Yeah, I mean, we all kind of do that. I mean, we're Jack's Guild. I mean, people make quests. We have a quest board over there.
Yeah. A guard would be welcome.
I'm Umlaut. I don't know where I'm from.
We still love you anyway, buddy.
Yeah, we found him on the side of the road.
I'm from the side of the road.
Yes.
Well, I found Mordrin here in the ocean.
Oh, I'm not so different, you and I.
you a floater, Mordrin?
I was floating on a log.
And how'd that happen?
It's a long story.
Okay, well, I was just making conversation. If you want, I mean, it seems like we're all kind of doing this quest thing. Seems like we're gonna split up into 2 groups and try and figure this out. We're gonna head to the alchemist and maybe check out the water supply for the town.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
can
I
check out the
volunteer
water
to
supply.
go to the alchemist since I can talk to him and not get sick.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I can check out the water supply.
I'll go with you to the water supply.
Okay.
We're splitting
Yeah,
up, right?
He's happy to have you, Bar.
I'll go to the water supply too.
Well, if we are splitting the party, I think me and the moose, the Minotaur are the only healers here. So I will go with one group, you will go with the other.
That's a great idea.
You'll be
All
with
right.
me. Thank you.
Oh, very good.
I'll be in my heart.
Okay, so me and Par and Kin, and I'm sorry, me, Par, and Min, and who else are going to check out the water supply?
Can I do an Arcana check to see which, like, would I be able to sense, like, who has a lot of magical ability in this group?
Yeah, sure. Maybe an Arcana check. It's not a magic sense that to detect magic, but you might be able to use Arcana as an intelligence-based thing, so you can probably look at the people who are clearly holding spell books and staves and shit. 14. I mean, yeah, you can probably figure out, unless someone wants to make it known that they don't, you know, they hide some of their more arcane abilities, but I feel like no one in this group really does.
That would be me, I think.
Nope.
You are surrounded by a bunch of magical
You're a
spores.
walking mushroom.
But I am covered
Giant
in armor and a sword.
magical mushroom
That's
man.
I
You definitely don't
shrink
look like
down
a
my
wizard.
power level, so to speak.
Yeah, you probably
Yeah,
look
but it's
pretty
still
normal,
immense,
but
right?
you're also a fucking
You're a
genie
growing
floating
fish.
around the room.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
yeah,
not
I mean,
floating
that
right now. I
doesn't
got the
mean
feet
anything.
You did heal that person, though.
I think that the obvious spellcasters in Sacred and Par, obvious is obvious, you know. You probably get the sense that Kip, maybe Amari, Umlaut's kind of weird because he's just like a tree.
He's got a starry robe right now.
Thing. He's got I mean, everyone's kind of got magic items and stuff on them.
Wait.
Kin doesn't seem to be particularly magic based. Pellet and Timber, not really. I mean, Timber's covered in all sorts of artificery things. Pellet just looks like Captain Bucky O'Hare. And Dwyn is sort of, he's a cat. He's got a few like daggers on him and stuff that you could probably see the swords and bow.
Dwyn is licking his balls as he
Licking his
look at him.
balls, and the back of his bow is like scratching
the
against the ground.
The camera's panning from my perspective, and it just goes. He's
Um,
licking his balls.
But I think you have a vague
King
idea.
is
of-
waving, smiling.
I think
Donald
whatever.
ducking all the time.
Whatever you probably get a vague idea of what people's classes are.
I will volunteer to go with Sacred.
Put one team on the left and one team on the right. Move your tokens. Put Sacred's team left, and what's the
I
other
was
team?
about to
Amari's
suggest
team right.
Sacred and I start dodgeball picking people. You know, you know.
Hilarious.
I would pipe up
Love
and
that
say,
idea. Love that idea.
No
Gwen,
one can hit
come with
Par.
us.
She's tiny.
Maybe there's fish in the water supply.
Huh?
Maybe
I
there
look
are
up from my
fish in the
balls.
water supply. Come with us.
Is that mean talking to me?
You trying to entice him?
Yep.
Yes.
I don't see you on the map to go to you.
Kitty, kitty. Oh, let me fix
Might
that.
need to zoom.
Yeah, which team are you on?
I am with Sacred Empire. I just gotta get there.
You know how to do it. Do you need some
Okay.
help?
No, I'll get it. So I am on the left side. Oh, I'm not there yet. Where's my token?
I look
Yes,
to
you drag your- yeah, there you go.
Mordrin, and I say, "Well, think of this as an exercise of expanding our horizons." I'll go with the other team.
I stand in the center. I look at Min. The scent of fish behind me.
Come on. Come to daddy. Come to daddy.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
I clamber down from Umlaut's head and I go towards Min and I go to the ground. And there I am. I just wait.
Okay.
50 gold.
That's just the way that Dwayne introduces himself now.
Yeah.
I have a fixation
It's a
every single time.
reflexive. It's a reflexive greeting.
Kip, do you just want to hang out and eat nachos, or do you want to come, or what do you want to do?
Kip's
of course
watching
I'll
One
come.
Tree Hill and eating ice cream.
Kip is waiting
I'm watching
to see
One Tree,
where
that's for sure.
Tears as
Yeah, no.
ice cream.
Kip is waiting for Umlaut, right? Kip
And
is
then she's
watching
gonna go.
Umlaut, watching to see where he's
No.
going. Which
No.
which team?
Yeah, where does Umlaut
Wait,
go
Umlaut,
first?
you can go first.
Yeah.
Oh boy. What is this like? This is delicious. I'm gonna go to the alchemist.
Everyone's looking
Far,
at
I'll
Kip.
come with you.
Okay. So we've got Team
Okay.
Water Supply, Team Alchemist. Yeah. On the Team Alchemist is on the right.
Yep.
I'm just gonna
Yep.
write that down. Team
Yes.
Water
Take a
Supply.
screenshot.
Team Water
Just take a
Supply is
screenshot.
the best team.
I was gonna make a joke,
name I've
but
ever
it's not
heard.
appropriate for the channel.
Get the Final Fantasy VIII music ready, because one of us is gonna die.
Which one do you need?
You guys are going to the sewers.
Libere Fatali.
You're
Split the party song when the two
So great.
groups are separated doing their own thing.
I might
The
have
Curb
it.
Your Enthusiasm music at this point.
I'm scared to play any music.
It'll be
that we
fine. It's a video game music.
normally play. I don't know what this one is.
Why don't we all go to the water supply? Right?
It's a slightly different song though. I was
Is that the
expecting.
Turk music?
No.
Oh no.
It's the really dangerous. You're in trouble one. This is the
Great.
team splitting up.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Has Umlaut decided? Okay.
I think we see one team head out. So one of you, the team that's heading towards the alchemist, we see walk out of the door, head across the main square here and towards the church. There's an area where there's like a church and a churchyard, and there's this huge apple tree in town that just constantly is just dropping apples. It's not necessarily magical, but it's a very lush and enormous tree, so people take lots of apples from it. No one sells apples in town because there is free apples on tap from this thing, and that is where you guys are heading towards. It's like a really obvious and famed place in town that's easy to find as you guys head out. Team Water Supply, what's the plan here? Where are you heading?
To the
Well, I think we were
well
going to check
for
out the well.
The
Yeah, like
well?
the main
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a few wells in town. Probably the main well. You know what, actually, before we'll probably end in a minute, but give me let's do Sacred, just give me an investigation check, just an
Super
int-based
good at
thing.
these. Definitely should be leading the investigation.
You're gonna fucking crush it.
I'd
Big
like
brain
to
here.
do an Arcana check too,
Got this.
What are you arcanaing?
That's
just
a
to
6.
see if I can see any like sign of
Got
magical.
this.
I mean, I'm not. If I get the sense that there's some sort of magic in this illness, I guess. But
You've not
I
really
don't
got
really
a
have
lot
anything to actually
to
go on,
arcana
yeah.
check, so we'll
Yeah.
get to it. You'll get the opportunity to when you find something to do the check on proper. The investigation check was more just to see if you guys really know about the water supply in town, because I mean you've been here. Some of you have been here longer than others, and you've been doing this, working from this town for a while. But I mean, who knows anything about water supplies unless you need to in situations like this? So I feel like you guys probably just don't really know what the deal is. There are wells around town. There are a couple of them that are small and kind of hidden within the suburbs of the town, where there are little clusters of houses, and there are a couple of areas where there are much larger, more like kind of public access wells rather than ones that are just sort of designated for certain areas. I guess with that roll, you just head to the nearest one, which we will roll me a d4. Whack. 1 is north. North, east, south. You're going to the south well. That's the nearest one that you can think of. Okay, so that is where we see you guys heading. You kind of head out of the Oracle's Rest and start veering south towards the south side of town, which is where we first began the episode with Mordrin and Saga walking into town. And the other crew kind of head across the square towards the other side of town, towards the east, and head over towards the alchemist's shop known as Fate and Tonics. I think that's a good spot to end our session here. That's it. Thanks for playing. This was Oracle's Rest. Those of you that watched it, welcome back to the game.
Next week, someone will die.
Next week,
Yeah,
if someone
probably.
doesn't die, Ratch is going to get so angry.
Promises.
Ready.
Yep.
I mean, combat with this many players is going to take us so
I
long.
figured it might
Yeah.
help you if I actually split the party bread.
Yeah, I thought it was a great idea.
Let's split the party. I
Yeah,
was like, uh-oh.
maybe.
But
I
also,
know.
yes.
I almost said people are catching this by sneezing. Why would it be in the water supply? And then I was like, don't say it. Don't say it. We got to split.
Yeah. I also don't
Don't
know
say
anything
it.
about that, so.
Yeah, neither do I, which you'll find out next week.
Oh, God.
Check the air supply.
It's the air supply.
The air supply. It's the air
Check
supply.
the air supply. Yeah, we'll see. We'll pick it
Thank
up
you,
next week and we'll see what's
Brad.
going on. So we're going to
Yeah,
play
thank
this
you.
for a couple more weeks
Thank
here.
you.
This will be Saturdays, which is it starts at 8 p.m., which is 3 Eastern for the next 2 weeks after this one. All right, bye. Everyone said bye. That's it.
Thanks,
There's
Brad.
nothing special. I haven't got outros. I haven't got credits or anything. Bye.
Awesome. Okay, we'll just
That's it.
wave until you decide to stop.
You're
the
off
stream.
screen, but you can still hear us.
Awkward.
Okay.
So
These are the end
we'll
credits.
see you on
These are the
Monday.
end credits.
The credits.
About
the
those
credits
tenses.
are here, and the
Does
show's
orcish
over.
have no
These are
nose?
the end credits.
All right, I'm cutting the audio now.
Baddragon.com.
Played by Pumpkin.
So what does your
Highest
Jackstone
production
look
show
like?
on Table Story.